here with one of our all-star patients, Michael. And, Michael's been diabetic for 30 years ago. About 30 years ago is when he was diagnosed. And up until about 6 months ago, when he came across our office, Michael was never told that it was possible to reverse his disease process. As a matter of fact, he was actually told the opposite. He was told that, the best that you can do is continue to take these medications to slow down the inevitable progression of this chronic degenerative disease process. That's what he was told, like millions of Americans are told every day. And so I have him here today because, man, he has totally turned his life around when it comes to his health. And because of his health, it's turned a lot of other aspects of his life around. And, Michael, he loves to share his story. He shares it with me every time I see him. So we don't have 30 minutes to share his story because he could probably talk that long about it because he's just had so many changes, so many life changes. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Michael. Just tell us a little bit about kind of where you were and where you are now, man.
Well, let's back up to where I was on the 1st of January. I actually started coming here in November, but we got serious January 1. January 1, my wife committed with me to completely change our lives, to change everything. 1st of January, number one, I weighed 270 pounds. I had a size 40 waist. Every shirt I wear had to be at least an extra large, most 2X large. I was eating candy bars, sneaking candy bars. I'm a diabetic. I was doing all the things wrong you could do. McDonald's every couple days. I worked 2 jobs, so I was always in a rush. Felt like this is the only way I can do this. I was taking insulin twice a day, 100 units a day of insulin. I was taking Jardiance, taking metformin, taking blood pressure medicine, taking a statin for cholesterol. I was doing everything wrong that you could possibly do wrong. But this is what my doctors told me I had to do. I had mentioned to my doctor that I had heard people could get off insulin. No, it's not going to happen for you. You're different. You just got to stay the course. January 1, I started this new life. And we embraced it 100%. We followed everything to the letter of the law. The whole nutritional program, anti-inflammatory diet. The other thing I have to mention is I was taking 4 ibuprofen every 3 to 4 hours, along with 2 Tylenol, because I was in so much pain. Now, I thought the pain was just related to a bad back. Turns out that's not the case. The pain was a result of all the inflammation that was in my body. Guess what started happening? Weight started falling off. I lost 52 pounds in 80 days. I went from a size 40 waist to a 36. Today, I believe I'm a 34 waist. I weigh now what I weighed when I married my wife 44 years ago.
That's awesome.
I weigh 218 pounds. That's unbelievable. Our lives have totally radically changed, but there's no cheating, ever. It's like our marriage. You don't ever cheat. So we follow the nutritional program the way you're supposed to. We eat better, we live better. Every single aspect of our lives has improved. My wife, who joined this to support me, has lost 27 pounds. And I didn't start out to lose weight. I came here because I couldn't feel my feet anymore.
Yep.
And all this has resulted from that. This is the first doctor that ever looked at me and said, "Do you know why you're diabetic?" And honestly, I had to say no. And when he told me that it was possible to turn this around, I was a little skeptical, but I jumped off that cliff. And here we are today. And I am a different man. My wife says that I look 10 years younger, and I feel 20 years younger.
Man, I get emotional just hearing that, and I know I can feel it. This guy has decided, and everybody watching this video, it just takes a decision to take that next step, because he had watched the videos, he had heard about us. It took a little time.
Yep.
He'd even come to the office and had the testing done and saw how sick he was. And still, because he's a man and he's stubborn like all men,
Yep.
it took a couple months to really get his head on straight.
Yep.
But once he committed, he's totally changed his life. He's going to now enjoy his kids, his grandkids more. I mean, he's able to do hiking trips and hunting trips without a big staff because his feet feel so much better.
Right.
I mean, he can feel them now, right? So guys, make the decision. If you want some help, regardless of what you're dealing with, drugs is not always the answer.